Up, y'all? It's Cartier Rob.
What up? What up? It's Tommy the Disciple.
And we're back here again with another installment of Relationship Dynamics.
Woo.
I'm gonna be actually upfront with y'all. If we get 700 more subscribers before December, we will reach monetization. And when we reach monetization, you know what happens? I get paid. I get to pay Tommy. I get to pay Adriana. I get to pay more people because if you've ever had any hands on this, we gonna
Support.
We gonna support. We gonna split. We gonna split. We gonna split some of this pot because I think where media needs to head is, we gotta have fun. We have fun on here. We definitely do have fun. We be bullshitting, but we gotta have the media that really helps you grow as a person.
Facts.
So I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. Always.
So
Get in there. What is it? The button is down there, or up there to the left or the right.
Just do it.
Find it.
Just do it. But I think today, no whiteboard for valid or not. I'm not gonna lie. Your boy's hurting. He's feeling 30 something.
Getting up there.
But I do have a valid or not, because that's where we're going to be headed into. I could go first, but actually, fuck it. Since I'm talking, I'll do my valid or not first.
Go ahead.
So my valid or not, believe it or not, starts with a story.
Okay.
So I want for you to say, is this story valid or not?
Okay.
So get this, y'all. I'm going to be honest. I'm always, I've said this on the show multiple times. I'm a man of faith, I'm a Christian. And I will say in the latest sermon with Eric Thomas, there we go. I said it right. Because he has some online sermons. He kind of challenged, the participants of the church to pray more. And he was saying like the power of prayer. And I think we forget the power of what prayer is supposed to do. It's supposed to get you right, where like you can make mistakes in prayer because he'll hear you and he'll correct you and fix you. So I was like, all right, cool. So my goal this day was to go to Rogue's Church and to listen to the sermon later. So breakfast ran late, this one ran late. So I was like, all right, F it, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna just finish the rest of this ET sermon. So I'm on one of these Portland bridges and I'm listening to the sermon. I'm praying. I'm actually confessing the things that I need to work on out loud. Trying to write more things down and, coming back to the same prayer, do it 3 times a day. So I do that, but I'm still in my brain like, damn, I really want to be in the 4 walls of the church. I failed.
Gotcha.
Blah, 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 blah. So I'm walking down, I think it's the Morrison Bridge on Portland. And like, that bridge has traffic, so people are coming on and on. So like, usually, because you know how Portland is, there's the houseless. So there's like dude kind of sort of in the distance, and he's walking on the bridge. And me, I'm like, it's probably some houseless dude, whatever.
Gotcha.
But as I'm getting closer, it's actually like an old man, and I give him like 2 glances over, and like he's like legitimate. I don't want to say not other people on the street, legitimate old men, but he's like an old man, like you would go to a cookout and be like, what you doing, huh?
Gotcha.
Like what you doing? Gotcha. So I'm seeing the cars like go past him and like honking at him, things like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, something in me was like, usually I mind my business, but like I hop the median and I go across the bridge freeway and like I go up to this old man, I'm like, hey, what's going on? And like a little bit, to me, in my opinion, he's a bit delirious, but he also is like, I know I need to be on the other side of the median. So like, I'm in the middle of traffic, cars are going by, I'm trying to like usher this old man. Gotcha. I'm walking with him, and then we get to this part of this median where I'm like, all right, okay, I need to get you over the median. And like, man, like I'm at the gym, I'll be lifting weights and shit. But like, but like also I know he's frail enough where like I don't want to just like.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So like I'm struggling lifting him up.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, maybe I can like put him on my shoulder. Yeah. So I eventually get, as soon as I get the old man over the median, and then I get over the median, vroom, the boys come. Whoop. And I'm like, cool. So officer hops out, and officer's like, hey, what's going on here? I shared the story with them. Like, hey, old man was walking, and I want to help him out. And like, on his wrist, he has like a medical band, and like it has like a number.
Officer or the guy?
The old man. And it's like, hey, it gives 2 numbers about like where people can call. The officer called the first number didn't work. And the first number told them to call the second number, and I guess he strayed away from home. And like I was telling the old man, the officer, I was like, oh, I think maybe he kind of like inadvertently like was trying to walk up the path, but went up that way. But like he's an old man, like I've already started. I think I can just whatever. So I work with the officer, and then me and the officer, and it's much easier for 2 people. Like we were like, all right, I'm gonna take the guy back home. So like he picks the guy up, I pick the guy up, so we put him back over the median. And then put him back into the car.
Gotcha.
And before he leaves, I'm forgetting his name. I think it's Mr. Chow. But like he grabs my hand really hard and he says like, thank you. Wow, and like me like communicating with him during the whole time, like I think he's understanding me not understanding me because of like language barrier, but I think he's understanding me because like he's just an older gentleman. But like he grabs my hand real tight and says thank you so much. And the officer gives me his business card, and then like he leaves, and I had one of the most surrealist moments. And it's like, what would have happened if I didn't go to church? Like if I went to church, or I butcher that, I wonder how the day would have gone if I went to church and I wasn't there.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because I was so hell bent on getting to church.
Right. Yeah.
I don't like wasn't and get this. I think this comes from like it was from like Kurt Franklin and somebody else. He's like, you can have too much church, and I was like, I didn't get that.
Right.
And then literally how he explained it, and he was explaining it in the sense of like. Religion is organized by man, meaning you can't get too much of God, meaning, and that to me linked to the Eric Thompson, where like you have to, pray and be with God and all this other stuff, right? And I was kind of like, man, that is so spiritually powerful because I was so bent on trying to go to church.
Right. Wow. Gotcha.
I was supposed to be there.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's like you're on the way to meet God, but you're doing, like, you had the opportunity to do God's work in a sense. Yeah, like, don't forget, you know what I mean? I get what you're saying. Like, don't be so focused on trying to be this when there's opportunities around you to kind of do the same. I kind of feel that. I feel that. I get it. Yeah.
So to me, it was just trippy because I was like, I need to be
right.
But like, no, I needed that needed to fold how I needed to fold.
Gotcha. No, that's a beautiful thing, man. That's a beautiful thing, bro. And I feel like there's this, I don't know if I can remember it correctly, but there's a story of something that I may have heard too. It's like, I may be like on the way to church. I may be on the way to like, I'm on the way to church doing something holy. And then somebody asked me, I see somebody in the corner like who is in need. But I'm like, and they ask me for help. And I'm like, no. I got to go to church. But it's like, no, like, don't be open to being interrupted is what you know what I mean? Being open to being interrupted, being open to help. And I get it. There's safety reasons and all that kind of stuff too, but it's like kind of read it the best you can, right? You know what I mean? Like as you're on the way to like, in this example, church, don't miss out on an opportunity to bless someone else.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Don't miss out on an opportunity to do something right by someone else.
Yeah. So like all that happening was like, because we was talking before about like that, like when that happened, that like really shaped the start of my week. Even though the start of the week was difficult for me, I'm glad that started my week off. Yeah. Because as I like get out of the busyness, it actually brings me back to that where I was like, I think it's not. I gotta stop saying that. I did the right thing.
Yeah.
And when I say the right thing, it's not even helping that old man. I did the right thing of like following my instincts of being in Christ. Right. Following my instinct of being a good person. Right. I think at times we just beat up on ourselves where it has to be the certain thing. And this is just like you said, but that was my valid or not.
Right. No,
I don't know if
that wasn't valid. No, 100%. Well, that is as valid as it gets. That's beautiful, man. That's amazing. That's super valid. Super valid. You all better think it was valid unless I'm just joking. Whatever you want. But nah, that was valid. That was valid. Nah, thanks for sharing.
No. What you got for us?
Let's see. So mine is a video. We'll probably have it pop up or something like that. But it's a
Of
video.
course.
And I'll show you. Hold on, my phone's in black and white. Here we go. Oh yeah, I'll show you.
So I was up late last night scrolling, ruining my motherfucking life one click at a time. And I saw a friend of mine recently bought this Lamborghini. So here I am, beautiful home, life, just put the baby to sleep. So much to be grateful for. But now I'm coveting what the next man has. Feeling like what God has provided me with is insufficient. I was caught up in compare and despair. It made me ask myself, do you want your dream because someone else has it? And at that point, is it even yours? Or is it a mere reflection of a scarcity mindset? So I was thinking about this morning on my run.
Damn.
And I wanted to turn back. Then I saw a woman walking towards me with a shirt that said finisher. And I thought to myself, I want to be somebody that's so receptive to the divine messages that God or the universe is showing me that I'm too concerned with the present to be caught up in jealousy or ingratitude. Like basically, I want to let go of compare and despair. Because life is sweet. You know what I mean?
Life is sweet. Life is
sweet. With the orange.
Life is beautiful. Larry Jr.
Damn. Well, I at least want to say this. You don't have to be a Christian to enjoy this pod.
Exactly.
So please also know that. I'll just say, damn. We just on a Christ-like valid or not.
Right.
That's majorly valid, and the reason why it's majorly valid is, when we look at the world, at least the North American continent, especially United States, we're so caught up in the American dream,
right?
And the American dream has manifested and morphed in so many different things, so many different cultures, races, religions, sexualities, because we're all trying to chase this idea of like what being secure and stability is. And I think what he said was like perfectly, because I think that's Vince Mesa, right?
Yeah, Vic Mensa.
There we go, Mensa.
Yeah, Vic Mensa. Yeah.
And like, I'll just say this: so many people say that the market is saturated, oversaturated. It's not, and real reason why I say the markets that you potentially may want to get into is not oversaturated because it doesn't have you, because you might do a shoe review differently than what Bima might do a shoe review, meaning saying that Bima's not good or great. It's just like you have a different spin on it. And what people have to understand is you can't look at someone else's blessing. You can't look at someone else's gifts, because your gifts is equally as beautiful. So I love that.
Exactly. No, it's real, and it's really, really real. And it's like the same way he mentioned, I think he said he just finished putting his baby to sleep, and then he sees someone else get a Lamborghini. Both are rich to me. Like, he's put like, that is rich. And you never even know. Maybe the person who just bought the Lamborghini is looking at him with a family and a baby and a child and everything like that. Like, our blessings shouldn't just, you know what I mean? Like someone else, it's beautiful. So I don't think, and I think even for me, I have to always catch myself. Like, I just can't be coveting what someone else has. I can't be looking at what the next man has or what the next woman has. Like, I am blessed in my own right. I have everything that I need and want. Like, I'm okay. And I can't get so caught up in what the next person has, because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
You don't.
We live in this like carefully curated society where it's like we're just posting our highlights. Or like, we're just posting the things that just like stand out to us. Like, we don't know what's going on in the background. That person who had the Lamborghini maybe trying to fill a void, and then they bought the Lamborghini to try and fill that void. But then all we see is the Lamborghini, I'm balling, you know what I mean? But we don't know what's going on. So that comparison is a thief of joy is what I've always heard.
My barber said it best. It's like I forgot how my barber put it, but it's kind of like don't try to be jealous of that opportunity of someone. You gotta be appreciative.
Yeah, exactly.
Appreciative that person inspired you to be great.
Exactly.
And appreciative that person that gave you that potential idea for you to do the thing that you want to do. And I was like, I like how you reframed that.
And it's so cool too, because I'm like, I think it's it was a J. Cole line, but like, the same way, like not being jealous, but like he says they act like two goats could not coexist. But I'm like, your winning doesn't mean it's my losing. you're winning means like I am so happy for you. Like it's good. Like, and it's like, yeah, they act like two goats cannot coexist. Like, no. So what he was saying, I guess it was with him in the context of like him and Drake and all that kind of stuff. Like one person doesn't have to be the outright goat. Like we can all win. You know what I mean? Like if one man is shining, great. One woman is shining, great. We can all win together. You know what I mean? Like it's okay.
Speaking of J. Cole, I'm still disappointed that you didn't get into the rap beat. I'm still disappointed. But one of his best songs he ever made was "Love Yours."
Love Yours. Mm.
There will always be a badder chick. There will always be a bigger house.
Always.
There always, until you love that motherfucker dearly.
Exactly. You're never gonna be happy until you love yours. And there was, I kid you not, I think it might have been the year after COVID or what year, I forgot what year it was. That song was heavy on my, like, number one on my Spotify Wrapped was "Love Yours" by J. Cole. It was, that song got me through a lot. So shout out J. Cole and that song. And if you've never heard it, go listen to that song because you're missing out.
Shout out to Bryson Tiller.
And Bryson Tiller.
The reason why I'm saying that, you just peeped the song that saved you. "Love Yours." I have a good relationship with that, but the album that really saved me was Bryson Tiller. I think it was the
Trap Soul.
I think it was the right one right
after?
next. It was like "Years Go By." Where we at right now? It was one that had "Out of Time" with him and Drake on it. That album.
Oh, I love that song. Yeah.
That album.
Yeah.
Was like in the midst of like a major breakup, and that Tiller album was crazy.
Shout out Bryson Tiller. I think he's coming out with another album later on this year.
He actually came out with one. I gotta listen to it. I heard some reviews.
Yeah.
It was like whatever, but like Bryson, you're Bryson.
There's a good song, Bryson Tiller, "Find My Way." That's a good song. He just came out with a single a few days ago or weeks ago, who knows? But it's called "Find My Way." I'll give a little snippet. He says, "It's the way that you love me keeps me finding my way back home." That's a bar. Go listen to it. Anyway, yeah. You want?
He just gave you some free game.
Free game. Free 99.
Niggas. If you was in the doghouse right now,
right?
Do this. All right. Watch this. All right. Get a card. Say, "Dear whoever," and then you gonna say,
I don't know.
No, say the Bryson Tiller line.
Oh, it's the way that you love me that keeps me finding my way back home.
Damn.
You're out of the doghouse.
Wet. You know what I mean when I say wet. It's going to get wet. And they're going to be like, "Oh, my goodness. I can't believe." And you're going to say, "We helped you out."
Send us that check. Oh, gosh.
So, to get into today's episode, I actually had a little bit more time to curate. And I was like, okay, I actually kind of like storyboarding where we're going. Right. I actually think we will tackle this first one. And I think this first one that we'll end up tackling and doing today is, what is the difference between minimizing and having humility? What is the difference between humility versus minimizing? So when I say that, what comes up to you, T?
Yeah. Minimizing versus humility. I think, we kind of touched on it a little bit, before this. Like, minimizing is not giving yourself enough credit. You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between humility, like walking around in humility, and there's a difference in, like, minimizing yourself. Like, I think we're all guilty of it. I know I'm guilty of it. Like,
I'm very guilty.
Just feeling like, I'm not the expert here. Or even, like, maybe at work, like, feeling like there's you don't have the input to provide. Or maybe not even in work, in whatever social situation, not feeling like you have the input to provide. But I just think minimizing is just more so, like, just not really thinking highly of yourself. Like, you have a lot to give. You have a lot to offer. And yeah, at times we just tend to minimize ourselves, and it's sad, but I'm just hoping, like, we can definitely grow more and just, like, being who we are made to be and stuff.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you saying that, because I think sometimes I'm humble, confused with I am dimming my light because I'm trying to fit into, like we were just talking about, the American dream, someone's idea of me, because, like, I think sometimes when people say like I'm taking a high road, taking the high road doesn't mean that you don't advocate for yourself, you don't empower for yourself. And I think sometimes people can take, ego as a bad thing. I don't think ego's a bad thing. I think an untamed ego is a bad thing. Where, like, if you're not able to have a friend to call and be like, "Oh, did I do the situation wrong?" or what about this? If you're not able to have that cognitive flexibility of like, what's going on, I think, that can kind of get away because I'll be honest with you, I think a lot more people deal with trying to figure out the difference between cockiness and humility. And I think people really do it wrong.
Yeah. I can see that. And that's an interesting. I think, it's an interesting hot take. That's an interesting hot take.
Oh, 1,000 differences.
Yeah, interesting hot take. And I have another hot take. That's interesting. I remember talking about this with a few friends back in college, but saying I'm humble, does that mean that you are humble? Like, if you have to tell someone that you're humble, does that make you humble, or is that ironic? Is that like self-defeating, or is it does someone else have to tell you that you're humble, or do you have to say that you're humble in order to be like, oh, that's a humble person?
All right.
Hot take.
No. I love that you said that.
Yeah.
Because then it makes me think when someone says respectfully, like when they add that on before respectfully, you should be wearing that. Or respectfully, that you go home with her. So I actually like that. I'm gonna try to beat that.
Yeah.
I think it's almost kind of like, yes, announcing that you're gonna do something is powerful. Sometimes you have to. To me, it's like it's a combination of two. I think sometimes you have to proclaim,
right,
and state why you were here,
gotcha.
And then there's other times of like your actions. My actions of like, do I have to profess I'm certain things? Of course, but sometimes you should be able to grade me by my actions.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree. Like, let the actions, let the words, let the actions speak for themselves. And I think especially when it comes to humility, like I'm here. I don't know. This is a hot take. This is when I hear people be like, "Oh, I'm humble." Like, if you have to keep saying you're humble, I don't know, but maybe you're not as humble as you think. Or maybe even for me, I'm not as humble. I don't know. Who knows? But I remember saying that. I remember talking about it with a few friends back in college because I said that. I was like, I think I said I was trying to do something like in humility or whatever. I was trying to be humble, but then somebody was like, "If you have to say you're humble, you're probably not humble." And then since then, I was like, dang, at least it got me. It got me. So I'm not calling anyone else out. I'm saying it because it happened to me first. So just say it.
Now you make me think that your humility is like the Green Goblin mask from Spider-Man. I don't know if you saw like the first Spider-Man where the Green Goblin is when he doesn't have the mask on, it's like talking to him. He's like, coward. During the break, I'm gonna show you the clip and I'm gonna see if I can put the Green Goblin mask because if your humility is talking to you like the Green Goblin mask, that's not humility. That is super ego and it's detrifying. But to end this part,
sorry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why I kind of wanted to like at least have that there because I definitely think that take the time today, really assess. Because I actually like what T was saying. I think you can say, "I'm just trying to be humble," to help center you,
right?
But I have the rule of 3. After 3 times, do it. You should be able to internally reinforce that without anyone else. Meaning,
bars.
You can say that to yourself. Whisper that. If you don't get the recognition for being humble, as long as you know you're being humble, that is the goalpost. That is the touchdown.
That's self-validation. We can go on a whole tangent. That can be its whole episode, but that's self-validation. You gotta validate yourself.
So with that being said, I think this is the perfect time to go to a commercial break because we got 2 more topics and then we're out of here. But we'll be back.
See you.
What's up? We're back. Man, soundboard, videography, reforming the camera. I'm Mr. Do it all.
Does it all.
Do it all.
Jack of all trades.
Big Jack. I'm gonna say this. We got 2 topics for you, and one topic that we have for you is setting a standard. Why is it hard to set routines and create routines in our day and age?
Why? That's a great question. Why is it hard to create routines in our day and age? I think this is something that I kind of alluded to in in our last episode. Was there's just so much going on in life. There's so much going on. There's so much going on in life. We have people pulling us left and right, work, relationships, family, all, whatever it may be, social, friends, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's hard to create the things that we want to create because there's a lot of stresses and a lot of things that are going on in life. And yeah, and I think that's a result that's part. I'm not saying that's all of it, but that plays into like why it's hard for us to set routines and creating that routine for ourselves. Yeah.
I think before you can create a routine, you have to create a standard. And I think sometimes when life is hard, we get so pulled away from our values, we lose the idea of what our standard is. Right. And our standard is I'm doing this or I'm doing this or I'm embodying that. Where I think for me, creating routine has kind of not been an issue because I think with the whole nature versus nurture conversation, my mom was a big person with creating routine. So like I think for me not having routine is just feels a little bit off. But I think what really makes the week 1, the week 2, week 3, week 4 go by like with so much veracity is the standard that I want to set. And I think we lose our values when we don't see I'll say this, we lose the value in our routine when we don't see the results, so we won't fast enough.
Right, man. A friend of mine once said the biggest trees take the longest to grow, and you got to be patient. Yeah.
So I guess I kind of want to kick to you is if we're using my framework of what I think helps create a routine, because that goes into singleness, that goes into relationships.
Yeah.
What standard do you live by?
This is a great one. I think for me, the standard that I live by is one that stems from rest and one that like is unhurried.
Okay.
I think for me, that's like been my biggest thing so far. Like the standard is if this is making me rush, I don't want it.
Okay.
If this is putting me in a frantic state, I don't want it. If it's disturbing my peace, I don't want it. So my standard is, and I'm not saying I'm living this perfectly, but my standard right now is living an unhurried life. And that comes from a book that I read by this author. His name is John Mark Comer, and it's called The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry. And that book just like has changed my life. It's been mind blowing, and it just aligns with everything that I want out of life and stuff. So my standard is living an unhurried lifestyle. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna go after things. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna be who I'm called to be. But it's just living unhurried. Because a lot of the times, like when we're rushing, a lot of like things tend to be like feel chaotic and feel like out of place and all that kind of stuff. But for me, at least, when it comes to like moving out of rest, moving out of like peace, like it's like I'm in order, and everything else kind of follows and aligns with that stuff too. So my standard is peace. My standard is rest. My standard is unhurried. The power of 3.
Okay. Now this is where things get crazy. This is where you crazy.
Right.
I think it's easy to have and create a routine and have a standard when you're by yourself. How is that effective when you have a relationship?
Align with somebody who has similar values. Like literally, I'm like, and yeah, you have to like talk it out, communicate, align with somebody who wants the same thing. Because if you have somebody who is just always on a go, and then you have somebody who is like just chill, like that's cool. Yeah. But communicate, talk it through. Like, hey, like I'm feeling like you're kind of pushing me to be a little bit too much go right now. I need to rest, or vice versa. I'm feeling like you're kind of just a little bit too woosah right now. I wanna, I wanna move a little bit. So like, communicate, talk it out. Find somebody who aligns with that.
So that's where I hear you.
It's not easy. Girl,
exactly.
It's not easy. I'm not saying it like it's easy, but we have to. I wouldn't even say find someone because I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go find somebody. Like it's
exactly.
Right.
I know. I get where you're going. I get what you're going. And the reason why I'm like, I'm like, okay, mind's explosion
Yeah.
is like, it gets to the point of like, when people get rooted in, I have to find, as Sweetie say, that's my type. Because you're going off the things that, keep your standard.
Right.
But what if the thing that really keeps your standard is the opposite?
Right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
it's true.
Because
you're right,
that person is going to force you to think about something that you're not even thinking about because you're so rooted in that. But that other part actually sharpens your like
100%. And it's like, we don't have, like, when you're in a relationship, it doesn't have to be, two people don't have to be the same exact person.
Yeah.
Like, they say opposites attract. Sometimes opposites can be not good, but opposites attract. Like, you balance each other out. And that's a beautiful thing, I think. It's a beautiful thing.
And get this, because I think being in a relationship, that other person's going to see the other side of you.
Right.
Because when you're in a relationship with someone, it's pretty much you're really like having another like observer in your life, because they're going to see stuff about your life that you're not seeing.
Right.
They're going to see parts of your standards or even routine that they should be adopting for themselves.
Exactly.
But they're also going to be like, you could do this differently.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a good thing to have that. It's a very, very good thing to have that.
So the reason why I was like, I think that's kind of like a good like aspect to have, and not just aspect to just have, but just talk about, is because like I think people spend a lot of time figuring out like what's my routine. And I think we have to have that routine, but we also have to be flexible enough to be like, all right, what breaks my routine is the values and the standards that I want to create, because that standard is going to, all right, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That's going to wake me up. I know I get up at 6 a.m., but I'm getting at 6 a.m. for the routine because it's reflective to what my end goal is going to be. So it's kind of like, so I think I at least wanted to at least just say for myself, like, to just ask myself, like, I think one of my standards that I try to uphold for myself is like being able to find a way to create more options in my life. And when I say the word options in my life, it's like not just for myself, but it's kind of like, my friends, my family. And I think sometimes my own like routine gets a little off because I'll just keep reiterating, or like my thought of what my standard's supposed to produce, like what that's supposed to happen gets in its own way. And I think you have to have the other people to be able to challenge what your standards are, so you can create better routines and habits. And I think for me, even if you have the greatest intentions when it comes to your standard and routine, you can't be above to like sharpen it.
Better say that again. You gotta say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
You can't be too above to sharpening your standards and routine.
Yeah.
Meaning, if I want to help people and I'm not helping people efficiently and it's not going well, exactly. Sharpening your standards is doubling down and making it more finite, making it more focused.
Yeah, revisiting it, planning, like shifting, pivoting, all that kind of stuff. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
And I guess to at least end on this topic, or I'm just curious, how do you know when something's not working in your routine?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Man, like, it's hard. I think it's hard because sometimes you may have to give something a timeline. As far as like, maybe like, okay, I'll give this, but like, be realistic with the timeline. You're not even like, be honest and open with the timeline. Because I don't. There's no like one size fits all answer for this. But something that could help is providing like a timeline and be like, okay, hey, like, if this hasn't worked, if I haven't done my absolute best, and if I'm honest with myself, like, have I given this everything that I can give? If your answer is no, keep going. If your answer is yes, you may have to pivot. You may have to adjust.
Because I just think of like, all the greatest creators, we think of like, what was in their mind.
Right.
Because, Denzel heard a lot of no's.
Yeah.
What happens if Mr. Beast gave up at, 900 videos? It's like,
it's hard.
If you didn't put the waffle iron on the shoes, or you didn't put the this or whatever, it's just like,
it's hard. That's so hard. And I always think, I'm sure people have seen this on Instagram. Like, it's a picture, and it's somebody who's like there's two there's a half, like the picture is split up into half. One person is on the top half digging a mine, and then the other half is like the diamonds, and then they're super, super close, and then the one at the bottom is like they're digging, and they got to the diamond and stuff. It's like, like that. Like how do you know like the next move is not going to be the best one? How do you know the next move is not going to be the one that like is the turnaround that makes things switch? You know, it's hard. It's hard.
I would say for me to add throw my hat into the ring is like, if you lose that joy.
The moment I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. Shout out Drake. I'm quoting all these bars today. Bars, yeah.
Now you need a bar from Kendrick Lamar to make sure you don't upset the balance of power.
Let me think about that.
We said Jermaine, we got Drake. Now we got
Kendrick. All right.
So they won't come for you.
I'll think about that. Think through.
No, I agree with that, and I think sometimes we create with the audience of like what this will do for me rather than what it's doing for you. And when I say for you, it's like I'm given an opportunity to express myself. I think, speaking of another artist, Big Sean, he was like, I think he was talking about in this rap song that if you're already doing what you're doing, and I'm butchering this, like if you're already like chasing your dream outside of your normal 9 to 5, you're already living your dream rather than you're waiting for the accolades. And I think he was like talking about a conversation with him and his dad, where it's kind of like we forget that as soon as you start chasing your dream, you're already living what you said that you wanted to do.
Facts, yeah.
Like you're thinking about the end goal, you're thinking about the treasure rather than how many people are actually taking the time to chase the dream.
No, right, yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's beautiful, yeah. Big Sean, you've been added to the list.
Which brings us to the most difficult, I shouldn't say difficult, the most interesting part of our episode today. And last 5, 6, 7 minutes of this is going to be a large chunk of this one. I saved this one for the end. Is you'll have some video here as a basis, but I want to make sure I'm doing this right.
Daddy, can you relax? I'm on a roll here, okay? But I hear it a lot of what they want to receive, and I get it.
All right.
But what are you going to give?
We all want relationships. The video should be done. Hopefully it's done. We all want relationships. We always ask, what should I get? What do I need for a relationship from a person?
Right.
But do you ever ask yourself, what do you want to give in a relationship?
Right.
Because yes, we have to ask for what we need.
Right.
But are we the blessing for
whoever
the person that we want to have to give us what we need?
Right. Yeah.
Meaning, my question is for you, Tees. What do you think you should know how a person should know how to give to be in a relationship or a friendship with someone else? So I'm leaving that open because I want to say it again. I want you not to think about what you need, but what you need to give others for a friendship or relationship to be successful.
I think I'll go with my gut. I think for me, it's the ability to feel seen and the ability to feel heard. Because like everybody wants that, whether you're in a friendship, whether you're in a relationship, we all want to feel like, oh, somebody sees me and somebody values me, somebody knows me.
Yeah.
So I think like that's something that at least for me, I try and offer in my friendships. That's something that I'll try and offer in my relationships. It's like, I want the people around me to feel like I know them and I see them and I'm like doing my best to support them. So I think for me, that's like a big thing in that and what I'm not saying I do this perfectly, but it's like that is what I want to give. I want to give the ability to feel seen, feel heard, feel validated, and feel like, one, what you're going through is okay. Whether if it's a struggle, what you're going through is okay. And two, if you have a joy you want to celebrate, I'm there to celebrate it with you. I'm there to validate you. I'm there to be your number one supporter. I'm there to, back you up. So I think for me, at least for me, that's what I feel like is my greatest strength actually in a friendship and relationship, is just being there to support, being there to just be there for people. So, yeah.
Okay. I want to start off at least on the friendship tier.
Right.
And I actually want to connect this dot of I think once we gotta get out of K through college, because K through college, we are you know, it's easier to find people because I think I don't say trauma bond, but I think proximity bond to people when it comes to like, oh, we're in the same class. We should probably be friends. And like, we are married to the idea of like, all right, we have a class together. So maybe we have some interests. So I think when people get out of school and college or friendships and bonds like sizzle, I think this where, what do you give? Because I've been hearing a lot from people that it's hard to make friends as adults.
As an adult, yeah.
And like, I think sometimes we forget that we have to give things to get those friendships. And I think that comes into the form of like, and this is where I even bring in the, you know, Portland, the town, where it's kind of like, oh, this person can give me opportunity to get into this club, or like, this is like what you can give me, where people
transactional.
That transactional. And I think we forget how to make everlasting friendships because we're wanting to receive rather than what can I give to this person.
And then just like being friends with somebody just for who they are, not for like what they can give you, and like and it's just going on in life with that. I think that's an amazing. I mean, that's an amazing thing. That's moving away from like that transactional kind of vibe to more of just like a relational, let's do life together kind of thing. Like, because
I'll even be honest with you, like our friendship, where it's kind of like. You came around the crew, and like I like you was always chill, and I was like, look at Tom, he's good.
He's all right.
Exactly. And then it's kind of like, I think for me, just on the friendship level, it was like I was thinking, it was like, or actually, I don't know if I can say this. I can blurt this out. I don't know if I can say this. We'll blur it out. Not Love Is Blind. Pop the Balloon.
Oh, okay, got you. Oh, yeah, pop the balloon. Yeah, pop the balloon.
Yeah. You sure?
Wait a second.
Can I bring up Pop the Balloon?
About? I mean, why not? Yeah, why not?
You sure?
Yeah. It's cool. I mean, we'll figure it out. But that's talk about.
So, yeah, I knew. We had a solid friendship because one time we had a conversation. We was gonna be on potential dating show.
Right.
You know, pop the balloon. You know, we can whatever. And you literally were like, you came to me and you were like, Rob, should I do this? And then like my business mindset was like, all right, you know, T's on the platform. Are you on this platform? And like that. If he gets on Pop the Balloon, because like. I think as humans we don't like talk about because our brains are advantageous. Where it's kind of like, oh, think about that, right? Where it's kind of like you were like, Rob, because I almost had an opportunity to like be on Love Is Blind. Where it's like I told you my experience. But I remember telling you my experience based upon what I wanted for myself, and I was giving to you my honest, real feedback. But I'm also not ignorant to ignoring like, oh yeah, if Tommy's episode pop off, and he say one of his lines of cheese,
it's cracking like a cheese.
Exactly. And I was like at a crossroad where it's kind of like, or I'm like, oh, that's cool, but like, where's that advice coming from? Is it coming from a place of like, oh, this could like fumble and tumble to something else? Or is it like, I've just met this guy. This is what he's telling me, what he's doing in his life. Like I need to give him the honest and real like feedback because I was really hoping, if I'm being honest with you, I was really hoping you didn't do it because it's like, who wants to become, you know, respectfully, you know, from all the talents that you have. I'm the guy from this show. Not to say that you can't do that, but I would rather be known for my talents. And I was just super happy. It was so because we came to the same conclusion.
And
it's about, because I feel like people don't say those things that are in their brain out loud because sometimes they give people what they want to hear. They give people the things that will help them out rather than giving someone that you care about what they need.
No, I agree.
And I think that's the difference between, you know, friendships, acquaintanceships and coworkers, because you know, you can give some people some one-off, like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
stay in school.
Right.
But
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
really want someone, this is how you stay in school.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
at least wanted to share that with
Yeah,
you because,
yeah,
like,
right.
I was just like, what version of Rob do I need to give to this person? And when I gave all of that, I was like, this is my nigga.
Yeah,
like I want to
exactly.
see him win in
Right.
every version of life.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's real too, because even like I think that's what like true love and true respect and true friendship and admiration, whatever it is like looking out for like, well, at least from your perspective, but like looking out for their overall good. Like sometimes maybe it may be even like at your own like expense, yeah, but like looking out for their overall good and just hoping that comes out for the best of them, despite what it may cost to you. And I think for me, that's what it makes me think of. Like when you said that, it's like, oh, like I may benefit from this, but like, is this beneficial for them? Is this for their overall good, for their overall growth, for their overall character development and everything? And that's the question you got to ask yourself when you're going through and navigating friendships, relationships, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. And that's actually a perfect segue to talk about the big thing, relationships.
Yeah.
Because you have to have that same type of mindset when you are with someone romantically.
Right.
It's not just you. It's you and that person.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer of, if you're in a relationship with someone, before you even sign the marriage certificate, you're signing up to help that person realize their dreams.
Right. For life. Yeah.
And I think as people, we forget, like, when you get in a relationship, you get partnership, but you also, you're signing up for servitude.
Right.
Or servitude is such a strong
No,
word.
but it's the truth though. Like but I think you can use that word. I mean, in love, there's service.
Yeah.
Like you have like, I can't expect something from you if I'm not willing to like serve you. I can't like I mean, we're about to get biblical and stuff like that, but like you talk about Jesus, he came as like the overall Messiah, whatever. If there was anybody that should have been like, you guys bow down to me, it should have been him, but he came in service. So I think like for me, that's like the ultimate, for me, example of like how I want to live my life is like serving others. If
life
you're
of
too
service.
small, you know what I mean? And I think I feel like, why do I keep quoting quotes today from other people? But somebody once said again too, if you're too small to lead, or if you're too small to serve, or if you're too big to serve, you're too small to lead. So I'm like, okay, like you have to be willing to like serve somebody. I think true love comes in the ability to serve. And then I think in relational context, if I'm serving my girlfriend or wife, like hopefully with the kind of person that I've picked, she sees that as something that's admirable, and then she in turn honors that and then respects me and loves me and does the same. It's like this, hopefully just like a circle that just keeps feeding into each other and grows with each other and all that kind of stuff.
It should, where like if I'm so inherently focusing on my partner,
right,
and it's a circle, then that means they're gonna focus on me back. So I shouldn't be worried that if this person well, it's almost kind of like counting stuff. Where like if you're counting stuff in your relationship, then you don't have that trust that they actually really care about you, or you're gonna get your needs met. Like I know that's kind of harsh to say, because you know there's sometimes in our lives and we have our own traumas and triggers. We're like, oh, this person's gonna show up. I say if you keep persevering about it, we're like, if you have moments of like, oh, are they gonna show up? But if you constantly keep thinking then you got an issue or problem. Because you know, to be in it, to any relationship that succeeds, you have to be an ultimate giver.
Facts.
And the difference to me in relationships between self-sacrificing and giving is being a giver is being able to know what to give to your person. Right. Do I give them time? Do I give them money? Do I give them food? You know, like I'm PP on game, right? I'm PP on some game. I'm busy on some game.
Where's my notebook?
So get this. So women have periods. And my girl had her period, right? And during the beginning of her period, she be acting a little
different.
You know, not saying I don't love the difference. It'd be like, why you talking to me like that?
Right.
So there was this one time, it was a TikTok, and it was a guy having similar problems. You know, girl during her period, you know, turn incredible hope a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I found this study that a lot of women have been trying to eat more steak and red meat
the beginning of
at
the period.
beginning of the
Right,
period.
gotcha, yeah.
And I, did some research.
Little shepherd.
And then I snuck in. I was like, maybe she has some steak at the beginning of the period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for her, she's been seeing a difference.
Gotcha.
And there's science to back that up.
Back it up. Wow.
And for me, yeah, I know I came at it with a bit of annoyance as a joke, but I want to give some type of relief, even though as a man you will never be able to experience a menstrual cycle. But like when you see your partner in pain, you have to be able to figure out what to give and what I could give in that moment, because I can't feel what's going on. And I want to give comfort and knowledge to hope benefit.
Right.
So
no, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, I mean, that's beautiful. Just service. I mean, you said it, servitude. That might be the word of the day. Servitude in friendships, servitude in relationships. That might be the word of the day. Jeez. That's good, man.
So to bring us home, I would say when it comes to giving in either friendship or relationship, what do you think is something that you think you need to work on to be a better giver in your relationship?
Ooh, that's a great question. What do I need to work on to make sure that I'm a better giver?
And you can ask me the question back after you get done too.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think there's a vulnerability and understand that and there's a vulnerability and understanding that I may not get it right. I don't know if I'm even like thinking that the right way. There's I would just say just not getting too comfortable.
Ooh.
Not getting too comfortable. Yeah, I would say that. I think when it comes to relationships, and what was it, the question? What do I need to work on to make sure that, what was it again?
That you could be a better giver.
Yeah, like not getting too comfortable. I think, and there's a time and place to be comfortable in a relationship. It's okay.
Yeah.
But like making sure like you're not losing that curiosity about finding out like what do you need, babe?
Ooh,
Like,
I love
what,
it. Yeah.
like still keeping that curiosity, like, hey, are you okay? Like, because I think it's easy to get comfortable. It's very, very easy to get, and it's not bad. It's easy to get comfortable, but just making sure that like there's still a little bit of like that curiosity, not comfortability as in like, I have to work or perform, but comfortability as in like, don't lose that like wonder or curiosity for a significant other.
Because using your routine, the routine is working, and you need to change the stand.
Exactly.
Looping the gap. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I would need to work on. What about you?
I want to say what I need to be a better giver. I don't want to say a cop out and say like you and say like vulnerability. I think I'm going to go a little differently. I still think it comes from the tree of vulnerability, but I think as men at times, when I say like, I don't say toxic male ego or toxic masculinity, I think there is a form of like, when we say like masculinity of like, you want your girl to see you as a leader, and like you have a plan,
right.
And I think part of like giving more of like, when I say like masculinity, and I'm even trying to find the right words to say this, but like giving like less space to my internal masculinity of like, this is okay if my partner shows up in this way. This doesn't make me less than. This person doesn't view me less than.
Right.
Because growing up, I'm taught if I don't do this like this as a dude, then you may not be saying that, but like I've dealt with enough chicks to know that you not really I ain't boo the food, but like so it's like, but like when you really with a good person, a good woman, you have to sometimes psych yourself out because like if you do some bummish behavior type shit or things like that, no person should ever tolerate or stay. But when you're with a person that's wanting to work with you, and I think where toxic masculinity comes in, where like we think that our person's not going to listen, so like we already gotta have this.
Right.
Because
Gotcha.
women do like to have like things in order. Women do like a man with a plan, but sometimes you can have too much of that plan,
Right.
and you can be battling within yourself when that person's actually like, what are you talking about? You didn't give me an opportunity to come in to be like, no, I actually like when you do that, rather than being like, you know, because I'll end with this. I think a lot of men understand what the sacrifice is of like growing and having a family or doing certain things, and sometimes like we can get so in our heads about like what's the right way of doing it. Like we forget that you get a helpmate, you get a partner to help balance and figure those things out, and you can be in your own way to solving the problem.
Get out of your own way, and that's real, man. And you have to like really just take an honest look at yourself. Get out of your own way and ask your significant other. Yeah. Like, what can I do? What can we do? And I think that's a beautiful thing to have too. Like those check-ins. Yeah. Whether it's weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever, but having those check-ins to be like, hey, what can I do to love you better? Is there something that I did that hurt you? Is there something that I can do to give more to you? Yeah. And
last thing, we'll get out of here. Yeah. I'm so glad you said it like that, because I think as dudes we can get in and fall into the trap of like, I'm paying all the bills. Right. I am
doing so much.
I'm doing so much. I'm providing. I am taking on the once a month date. Right. Yeah. Maybe all she wants you to do is just sit there and to be present
and connect. Oh yeah, you're right.
And connect, being like, I am being present, but they know your mind's not there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's that intuition.
Yeah, exactly. I want you to rest, but they know you're not really resting. Exactly. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because if I take one day off, this is
right.
You created that.
Right. Oof. You can go off into a lot with that. You created, like you just said, you created that, but yeah.
And we created this show to help y'all be a part of the growth media, because growth media exists for you to have fun, but also like, we're making content for you to grow into.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of relationship stuff that's out there. There's a lot of self-help stuff that's out there that's I don't want to say toxic, but it's it's junk food. Right. And like we're the food that you didn't like it when you were growing up, but like when you get old enough, you're like, damn, they was really trying to help
cooking. Yeah.
So if you like what we're doing,
right, exactly.
Like, comment, subscribe. Right. It's Cartier Rob,
Tommy the Disciple,
and we'll talk to you soon.
See you next time. Peace.
Peace.